It's a pour, hopefully a pearl pour. Let's see how we go. Our paint mix is our Decor Art Metallics 1 part to Floetrol 1.5 parts, and our Liquitex paints basics that we're using 1 part to 2 parts Floetrol. We're only using 2 colours. And I just wanted to show you how thick this brown umber is. It does really look like, well, you know what it looks like. And what I wanted to tell you is that I don't add all of my Floetrol in and try and mix that up. I add a little bit of Floetrol, like 10 mils, and then mix that into consistency and then add the rest. Just thought I'd let you know, because there are some little tips along the way when you don't see the mixing in progress that can be helpful. So when you've got really thick impastos that are looking a bit not so smooth, just add a little bit of pouring medium to begin with. Make it nice and creamy and then add the rest of your pouring medium. Okay, let's get going. So I've done it, mixed my paints up, and now I've layered them nicely into the jug. And today I used the side of my jug rather than the spout of my jug, so that the paints can come out in a different kind of line. Normally I go down the spout of my jug, which means I'll get a lot of the blue, followed by the brown, followed by the blue. But with this way, I'm hoping to get a bit more of both at the same time. Let's go. And here we go, putting down the base metallic, which what I'm going to do the ring pour over. And I'm just covering the edges, making sure that I'm not having to tilt too much paint around the place when the time comes. But at this point, I already know my paint mix is too thick. And I'm like, oh, is it going to look all right? And it does. I was just showing you a few little cells that had already naturally developed in the mix there. Look how beautiful and vibrant those colours are together. If my hand would move out of the way, you'd see it more efficiently. And off we go, starting to do the tilting gently to one side, and then making a conscientious decision about which ways to go. Not all the way off the edge, because wanting to have some of that metallic showing, because at this point I recognise that the paint mix is too thick, that the metallics won't come up through the turquoise and burnt umber. So having a nice little tilt away, and there you go, you can see some of the paint coming off for where I'm now considering my composition. And I'm looking at my lines and stretching them out to make sure I get some really elegant patterns and swirls, just the way that the paints interact and pull upon each other with the friction. Yeah, so there we go. We'll just keep on going, and now we put it down, and what do I do next? Well, what I do next is spend some time having a little bit of a look at it, cleaning my hands, and I recognise that there's an area that I'm not so crash hot with. So I think that I pointed out to you, I'm showing you the nice cells and the nice lines that I'm happy with, but see that area, hopefully I point to it again in a moment. I'm really unhappy with it, so I mix up a bit more paint to cover it, and here we go, I'm just about to do that now. And I firstly torch to bring up any effects that might be present, allowing the paint and heat to now have an opportunity to interact. And once I put my torch down, I make the decision on how I'm going to do the pouring. And so I'm zooming in now and just showing you how some really delicate little cells have popped up, and I'm really happy with it because it shows the turquoise being brighter. So there we go, here I go. I'm going to do the cave effect, I call it, which is sort of like just doing archways. My paint is the last little bit of the paints I had mixed up. And I do it like this because when I tilt it off, I really like the effect of depth it offers. It looks like you're looking into a cave. So firstly, I stretch it backwards into the painting and then down and off the painting. And it, I really like this effect, which is lucky because it is my painting. And I feel like it counted. I came outside and this part had slid off. So it had been slowly dripping away, and therefore we're not even going to get a good, real what has changed. What a spew, huh? It's still looking nice. We don't let those things agonize us anymore. We keep going. We appreciate the things we learn. And I love, love, love delicate little cells. Love them. So that little bit of torching just really helping to bring up the turquoise from underneath and allowing the whole picture to be a lot lighter and brighter. And these original cell shapes and stretched out compartments areas here. Unfortunately, that horrible tilt that happened, look, it's all over there. That tip off the tray caused this beautiful group of cells that were such a lovely shape to become a different shape now. And I can still appreciate the movement, so it's still lovely. And of course, the beautiful line work with the shades of the dark umber and turquoise within there. And now that the sun's out, we can see that rose gold effect. And what would I do differently next time? I would make my paint thinner. All right, so when will next time be? In a week or so. Will I show you this when it's dry? Of course I will. Hello, my creative friends. Here it is. Nice and dry. Oh, hear that gusty wind behind. Like those effects? And how's that metallic coming up? Looks good, huh? I think I would have liked a bit more of it to pop up through in those areas, but I really like the effect, and I think I'm going to try and do this again with some of the metallic layered in with the ring pour and then stretch it out. And I think we should resin this and just see if we can really make some of these gorgeous colors pop even more, especially here. Okay, nice one, huh? Move, Jasmine. Jasmine's under my feet. Oh, let's see if I can give you a whole shot of it. It's not a very shiny day for you to see it. Oh, doesn't that look terrible? That's not very classy with the dryer behind you. Let's try over here. Oh, the whole place is just a shambles. You know I'm ever complaining about that. Yeah, it's nice. All right, let's keep creating. Oh, let's have a peek at that. That's a resin piece with opal effects in it. That's a bit nice, isn't it? I didn't do a process piece on that, but it's fun. I really, really like it. That's using Colour Passion. It really looks nice.